Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh my gosh, I'm excited for this. I've been working like crazy. Fix my hair a little bit. It's September 1st. Tomorrow's my birthday, so it is the last page of chapter 42. This is my shirt I got myself for my birthday last year. So yeah, the kids are with their dad. I've been working like crazy, getting some videos done because I'm so behind on stuff and I'm starving. It is 7:47 if you're having dinner. So I got this at Trader Joe's a while back. It says Trader Giotto's gnocchi alla Sorrentina. Oh my gosh, don't come for me. It says it's a product of Italy, imported from Italy. It's the gnocchi with tomato sauce and mozzarella cheese. So here's what it looks like. It was in the frozen section, and like it was pretty basic, like instructions. Let me get my hair up. Sorry. I know you guys, some of you like it when my hair's down, but I cannot eat with my hair like hanging in my food. So you just pour the bag in a microwave safe bowl, put it in for 4 minutes, gently stir it, and put it in for another 3 until the cheese melts. So it is like piping hot. It looks delicious. I don't know if I've ever had gnocchi before. Oh wait, I think, is that what's in the Olive Garden, the one soup? I think. Let me tilt you up a little bit. So I'm gonna put some on this plate if I can hold this bowl. This bowl is like still super hot. But I don't need to eat it out of that giant bowl. Yes, I'm using plastic so my fork isn't scraping on the glass plate. Okay. So there's that. I'm gonna try it first and then I will decide if I want to put Parmesan cheese on top. Make sure this is open. I thought it was a new one. Okay. All right, you see the steam coming off of it? It looks delicious. It smells delicious. So it's some gnocchi with marinara. Do you see the steam? With the marinara and mozzarella. All right, we're going in. Pretty good. Pretty good. Hot. It's really chewy because it's gnocchi and it's not pasta. What is gnocchi? It's not potato. Gnocchi or... I thought gnocchi was some type of... Oh yeah, dehydrated potatoes. So like it has like the smell and the looks of pasta. So you have to get past the texture of not being pasta. Let me move this out of the way. This is delicious. Delicious. I don't know if my kids would eat it. Mainly because of like the texture. I would. I totally would. This is so good. I should have made like a vegetable to go with it. Oh well, I'll probably eat the whole bag. I have another one of these in there. It's the gorgonzola one. But this is really good. Yummy. This is really good. Today's the first day of September. It's the first day we've had like cooler temperatures. I mean, today was still like 80. But for the last forever, it's been like highs in the upper 80s, like the low 90s. Heat index of 105. So like when it got cool out, this would be so good. On a fall day, when there's like chill in the air. This is like comfort food. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is delicious. Like I asked, before I went to Trader Joe's, it's been a while. I had asked, when was that, in June? Yeah, it was before 4th of July. No, I'd asked for suggestions because I'd never been to Trader Joe's before. Nobody suggested this, but I saw it when I was looking for the other frozen things you guys suggested. Why did nobody suggest this? Has no one tried it? Or do you guys just like not like it? I think it's delicious. I love these little things. Like at first they have a bite like pasta. Like al dente pasta. I love this. Then they're super chewy. This is so good. I don't know what gorgonzola cheese tastes like, and I was starving, that's why I didn't make the other one. But this one, with tomato sauce and mozzarella cheese. There's 3 servings per bag. 39 grams of carbs per serving. Glad I'm not watching carbs today. This is so good. Alright, if you have a Trader Joe's and you haven't had this, I am making a recommendation for you to try this. I said it's in the freezer section. You can make it on the stovetop too if you wanted. Oh my gosh, this is so good. It has so much flavor. I bet my kids would eat this. Ow. It's hot. This is seriously delicious. I just uploaded my product empties. Kind of need to post a picture on on Instagram so people know. So people know that it's up. How do you my Alani new bars came today, the ones that Felicia Keithley did, like her flavor. Was it peanut butter chocolate or something? Peanut butter cup. I think it's called peanut butter cup. But all the reviews, like people say it tastes, it's like more chocolatey than peanut butter. I have like every flavor to try downstairs. I've never tried them. Okay. On stories, can you add a picture? I don't know how to do social media. I guess you can. Can you type words on it? I don't know how to do editing. Product. put a couple spaces. Yes. Maybe not. Okay. Done. Send to my story. Yeah, I don't know. September 2021 product empties. Oh wait, that is not how you spell it. Product. So many amazing products. I'm sad to see empty. Return. 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 Why are there so many people who have Angie's Life as their name? I mean, come on now. That's why I couldn't use it. Excuse me. Come on. I'm trying to eat my dinner. YouTube channel, YouTube video. YouTube video. Okay, Twitter, share. Sorry, just want to get the picture up to go with the video. Angie Belmar says that's one of the key things for growing your social media. This is so good. I could have one serving of this if I had like a vegetable or like a salad. Something to go with it. Butter bread, garlic bread. This is delicious. I seriously can't believe nobody recommended this for me to try. So easy. Dinner was done in 7 minutes. Like some frozen foods, like you can tell it's like, it's a frozen food, but it's okay. There's nothing tastes like a frozen meal. This is so good. I'm legit gonna eat this whole bag. Oh, it's so good. I could have put like a shredded mozzarella on top instead of Parmesan. Wow, 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 wow. 120, well, 120 minus 12 fiber, so 108 carbs right here. This is so freaking delicious. Like, now that I'm familiar with the texture, 100% recommend, 100% would get this again. We'll get this again next time I go to Trader Joe's. Which, I have no idea what that'll be, because it's a couple hours away. This stuff came from the one that in like Fort Wayne, Indiana. post. Yummy. So much flavor. That Parmesan on top gives it a little extra. I know it's the powdered kind, but it'd be really good to grate your own fresh Parmesan. This just really has so much flavor. I love it. It's like a really savory sauce. Yummy dinner. I'm so ready for bed. Jackson, I put him to bed and like he was just sound asleep by like 9:30 last night. Then around midnight he woke up just screaming. And I was like, Jax, it's okay, it's mommy. Because he wakes up crying like 3 to 5 times a night. He just wakes up crying or yelling in his sleep. And I get up and give his password. I was like, it's okay, buddy, mommy's right here. And he goes back to sleep. Last night, he was screaming, like flinging himself around. He was crying like hysterically crying so hard. He was like choking. He wouldn't open his eyes. I was trying to like rock him, like standing up rocking him. I went out to the living room, trying to rock him this way on the couch. He was pushing off me. He was like kicking his legs and just like flinging himself. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, I'm gonna drop the kid. So I put him on the floor and he continued to just like scream and like fling himself around and just like roll across the floor. And I'm like, what the heck? Is something wrong with him? So I'm like looking all over to see if like maybe his arm got caught in his bed or his leg, or I'm like, excuse me, like when a little kid gets stung by a bee and they like start screaming and freaking out. So I'm looking around like, okay, did it, did something sting him or bite him in his bed? Like, I had no idea what the heck was going on. He was screaming so loud, Adri heard him, so she came downstairs. So she's trying to help me out. We're trying everything. It's like, Jax, calm down, buddy. It's okay, it's okay. He's hysterical. So I'm like, I don't know what else to do. So I called Jay. It was like literally midnight. He gets up for work, I think at 5:30. I don't even know what time he gets up. So I called him. So he answers. He's like, hello. I'm like, hey. I put on speakerphone. I'm like, Jackson just like woke up screaming. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on there. I'm like, can you just try and talk? I'm like, I have it on speakerphone on the floor. Can you just try and talk and calm him down? So he's like, Jax, he's like, buddy, it's dad. It's okay, it's daddy. And Jax is like, flee himself around. Like, Adrian and I tried for like 10 or 15 minutes. I'm like, I didn't know what else to do, so I called Jay. I was like, trying not to freak out. So then after a few minutes of him talking to him, Jackson started to calm down. And he never opened his eyes or anything. And then Jay didn't talk for like, I don't know, half a minute. It felt like forever. So Jack started whimpering. I'm like, buddy, it's okay. I'm like, see, I'm like, daddy's here. Daddy's still here. And Jay started talking and Jax opened his eyes and kind of looked around. I'm like, he's not here, honey. He's on the phone. My daddy's here on the phone. So he thought I meant that he was here. And Jay's like, no, daddy's right here. He's like, I'll see you tomorrow, buddy, okay? He's like, I promise. He's like, calm down. Go back to sleep. So he like kind of like got him to calm down. I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, thank you. I'm like, I didn't know what else to do. So like after like 10 minutes on the phone with Jay, Jax finally calmed down enough. So then I sent Adri back up to bed because they had a 2-hour delay today, like for teacher conferences or something. I'm like, go back to bed. You got to get some sleep. And I sat in the recliner and I just rocked him for like 30 minutes. I rocked him till he dropped his pacifier, and that's when I knew he was out. So I went and put him in his bed, went and checked on Allie, turned her TV off because she was sound asleep. Like, I let her watch her Peppa Pig movie until she falls asleep, and then I turn it off before I go to bed. So I turned her movie off, went up and checked on Adri. She was already sound asleep. So I turned her TV off. I don't know, I thought I heard a noise, but I don't see anything. Jason be bringing the kids home anytime. So I turned Adri's TV off, came downstairs and went to bed. I'm like, okay, maybe, I don't know. So I posted on Facebook like what had just happened, and like a few of my friends like, oh, my kid used to have those. It's night terrors. You know, is it night terrors or night tremors? I forget. Let me see. Because then like once a couple of different people said that, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna look this up. So I looked it up on Google, and it's like, it's a real deal. Hold on. Night terrors. It's common in preschoolers and toddlers because there are many things that can cause a child to wake up during the night. Most of these happen when children are overtired or under stress, which the last 2 weeks have been super stressful. Adrian went back to school last week. Allie went back this week, and on Monday when I got Allie out of the car, Jackson started like crying. He cried for like 5 minutes just crying, Allie, Allie, like they're buddies. And then Jay, we had another falling out, so he hasn't been around recently. Like, they haven't seen him since Sunday. He came and got him after work because it's Wednesday. It's his day to have him 5 to 8. So there's been like a lot of change this past week, and then we went to the fair and we got caught in the rain at the fair. Like, so it's been, the last 2 weeks have just been kind of stressful. Just keeping your child on a regular sleep schedule may help prevent many of these problems. Nightmares usually happen during the second half of the night when dreaming is most intense. Children may wake up crying or feeling afraid and may have trouble falling back to sleep. Night terrors occur most often in toddlers and preschoolers and take place during the deepest stage of sleep. Deepest sleep is sorry, my camera stopped. Deepest sleep is usually early in the night, often before parents' bedtime. During a night terror, your child might cry uncontrollably, that was Jax, sweat, shake, or breathe fast, and he was just like breathing fast and crying hysterically, and he kept like twitching too. Definitely had that. Have a terrified, confused, or glassy-eyed look. While he didn't open his eyes, he just wouldn't open his eyes. Thrash around, scream, kick, or stare. He was thrashing around, he was screaming, he was kicking. Not recognize you or realize you were there. It's like, yeah, it's like he didn't realize I was there. I was like talking to him, trying to calm down, like it was not even registering that I was even there. And then it says they would try to push you away, especially if you try to hold them. And that's what he was trying to do. It says, while night terrors can last as long as 45 minutes, most are much shorter. Most children fall right back to sleep after a night terror because they actually have not been awake. Unlike a nightmare, a child will not remember a night terror. This is what parents can do. Stay calm. Night terrors are often more frightening for the parent than the child. Do not try to wake your child, and make sure your child cannot hurt himself. If he tries to get out of bed, gently restrain him. So remember, after a short time, your child will probably relax and sleep quietly again. If your child has night terrors, be sure to tell babysitters what they are and what to do. If night terrors persist, talk with your child's doctor. It's like, okay, that's 100% what it was. It's like, okay, he should go back to sleep and be, you know, good to go for the night. No, that boy woke up every hour. Like, I had the worst night's sleep last night. I don't even know if I slept an hour, like, straight. Every time he'd move, I would kind of like sit up and peek over, make sure he was okay. Cause I'm like, I don't know what's going on. But like every hour he would wake up, he would sit up and just be crying. I'm like, it's okay, buddy. I'm like, lay back down. I'd lay him back down, give him his pacifier, and like rub his back or like rub his head for a minute, and he'd go back to sleep. So I get back into bed and lay there, try to go back to sleep. Finally go back to sleep, and it happened again. He did it all night long. And then at like 7, and the kids didn't have to get, like, Adrian, Allie doesn't have school on Wednesdays. Today's Wednesday. Adri had the 2-hour delay, so we didn't have to get up till like 8:30 today. Allie came in my room at 7 and woke me up, and Jackson was awake at like 7:30. So Mama's tired. I was planning on taking a nap today when they napped, and I was just busy trying to work on videos, going over my bills, making sure my bills are paid for the month, and just like setting up what bills to pay with each paycheck for September. I just always write that out, like going by when they're due. And I'm ready for bed, especially now eating that whole bag of that gnocchi. It's 8:13. The kid should be home, like, literally, he usually has him here by 8, but I think he said he's gonna wait and leave closer to 8 because I just had so much I needed to get done. I just want to make sure they're not filthy and don't let them fall asleep on the way home. So like when they get here, they can just have their snack and then they'll be ready for bed. Yeah, and they didn't get a long nap today either because I was working on the computer and didn't realize what time it was. So they didn't get down for a nap till like 1 o'clock, and they usually are down for the nap around 12, a little after 12. So they got down for the nap around 1, and I woke them up like 1:15 or 2:15 to go get Adri. So they only slept a little over an hour. So they'll be ready for bed. They'll be ready for a snack, in bed. And as soon as they're in bed, I don't even know if I'm going to stay up at all after they go to bed. Like, they'll be in bed by like, well, it depends what time they get home, I guess. Definitely by 9:30. I don't know if I can go to bed that early. But today's the last day of chapter 42. Tomorrow starts the first page of a new chapter. And I'm ready for it. I'm ready to make some new changes for chapter 43 of my life. And I need to stop getting distracted and get more focused on everything. And yeah, so I'm gonna go. I wanted to film a different type of video tonight, but I didn't. I don't think I have time. So yeah, thank you for having dinner with me. You need to try this out. If you've tried it and just forgot to suggest it to me, put that in the comments so I know that you're not crazy. Or if you've tried it and you don't like it, let me know that too, but then I'll think you're crazy. Anyway, I thank you so much for watching and eating with me. And I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.